That was karma! First, make sure the bag is...
Lamond, and this is Dr. Tiffany Lamond.
And today we are going to be looking at and taste testing 3 of the hot and savory products from Huel. And so let's talk about what we've got. Now, we've chosen all the gluten-free ones because I'm gluten-free. I don't know if the other ones are any good. We might get some of those in the future. We have a sweet and sour. What do you got over there?
This is Thai green curry, and this is Mexican chili.
So let me give some background as to why I'm even trying these out. So first of all, I like to backpack, and backpacking meals come in these little individual packets, and they're anywhere from like $10 to $17 a meal. They're super expensive. These have about 17 meals in them, and I'm going to do the math, and you can look right here at approximately how much this is per meal, but it's way, way, way less expensive. So that was my first reason. And then it kind of sent me down this rabbit hole because this company's big shtick, if you will, is that their products are nutritionally complete meals. They're just trying to simplify things down. Everything is vegan, which, to be clear, you don't have to be vegan to eat vegan food. And then the last thing is I wanted to see if they are actually complete. Obviously, they're highly processed. They're in a bag and they're dried. And that sort of flies in the face of sort of my fundamental belief system, but we travel a lot. So you want to talk about like some of the challenges when we travel?
There's cost, I think, is probably the first one. It's really expensive to eat out all the time. Mm-hmm. Of course, if you're eating out, you're not getting the healthiest meal. Restaurants have to stay in business, so they have to make it taste better than you can do at home. So that means it's going to be more fat, more sugar, more salt, probably, for sure. You know, there's also probably more preservatives in their food because it can't go bad while it's waiting to be cooked for you. And then, you know, when you're traveling, in order to if you want to avoid or minimize going out, what are you bringing with you? Do you need a cooler? Do you have to get ice? Do you need a refrigerator?
So we just wanted to see if this is something that we could incorporate with some of the things that we do when we travel to get more nutrition that's super convenient, that could maybe be reasonable in cost. How this works, each scoop is 200 calories. So you can adjust and I'm not on team like count all your calories. I would say both of us are very strong intuitive eaters. I don't track my calories. I did it last year for a few months because I was mostly looking at micronutrients because I was trying to decide how much supplementation do I need based on how I eat. Am I actually getting what I need? Which, spoiler alert, was really bad. Like, I think if I can't get everything you need from food, lots of people are going to struggle because I would say I eat nutritionally pretty dense foods most of the time. I love my chocolate though, and I'm never giving it up unless I become allergic or something. In this situation, if you were trying to be monitoring your calories, this makes it uber easy. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a 200 calorie scoop.
200 calorie scoop. Mindless. So how the instructions go, it tells you to take your 2 scoops. So 400 calories is a traditional meal from this company. And this is their little pot they give you. You put the food in first, and then you fill the water to the line. I suppose each one has like a certain milliliters of fluid you're supposed to put in it. But then you put the cap on, but don't screw it on because it's hot. It's going to expand, and then you're going to take it off, and it's going to explode all over you. So be smart. Like, yeah. Boop. And the interesting commentary on one of their videos is that they said part of the reason they want you to cover it is certain micronutrients like vitamin C can evaporate in the steam, which is actually true. So you're recapturing that steam and putting it back in. So we're going to start with the sweet and sour. Oh, they also said, before you do it, oh, that actually smells really good.
Shake it.
You shake it to distribute everything around. Okay, smell test. That actually smells really good. I'm kind of surprised, actually.
It looks like what they would shake onto potato chips.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a flavoring. So this is the sweet and sour. I'm going to put in 1 scoop. Of course, I'm going to make a mess. This is the story of my life. Nathan, if he was doing this, it would be perfection, but this video would be 4 hours long. Read the card. Make sure I did it right.
I'm sure you did great.
Don't be so sure. So, through the magic of television, we will be back because you have to let it sit for 5 minutes. So I don't know if this is operator error or what. It could be. It really could be. I did boil the water just before, but this is definitely not cooked. And it's definitely not warm. I took a taste. Babe, confirm for me. Maybe we just need to wait longer. But it's very liquidy. And then when I took a bite of it, oh, it's getting better. We're just being impatient. Hold on. So when I checked it too early, it was like you took macaroni noodles and smashed them up and mixed them with some spices and ate it before it cooked. It was like, it was really bad. Taste was good. So I'm cautiously optimistic with more patience. So first note, it might take more than 5 minutes to rehydrate. Unless you want uncooked macaroni sensation. Is it still uncooked?
It's not all the way cooked.
Oh, that's way better than the last one. Yeah. How much longer than 5 minutes have we been waiting?
Oh, no. I think we might have to do it again.
Redo? Should we put it in a bowl and put it in the microwave and try that? Just see what happens. Ooh, it's boiling now. Okay, it's definitely hot now. It might be too hot.
You go first.
Okay. And now it's more like a porridge consistency.
If it's too hot for you, it's way too hot for me.
Okay, so let's boil the water and start number 2 because that is hot as lava. So, caution. So that it looks like you're actually doing your fair share of the work. All right, which one are we trying next?
Are we not trying the same one?
No, we're going to do a different one.
So that's not boiling anymore.
Babe, what's wrong with you?
Just saying.
Did you shake it?
Nope.
Did you scoop from the bottom?
I didn't scoop anything.
I don't think we followed the instructions. First, make sure the bag is sealed. Still!
No.
Why do you have to be so violent? Just a little!
It doesn't close.
So you didn't even have it closed. Oh my god! It's still on. Oh my god. Precious. Whew. That was so karma.
What are you talking about?
Because you were like giving me all kinds of crap. This is the Thai green curry. Okay. It smells good. Now I'm going to set a real timer while Nathan goes to clean his shirt off. That was funny. All right. Well, this one is hydrating, and we made all the mistakes on this one. Now we're going to try it. You go first.
The spoon is definitely hard. The spoon is hot, but the fruit is fine.
Okay. What do you think?
I don't know. I burnt my lip on the spoon.
Okay.
Go. You do.
Okay. If I was backpacking, I would think it was really good. Because when you're backpacking, everything tastes good. It's not bad. I wouldn't say that it's particularly good, though.
It's healthy. That's code for...
Not that great. Ooh, that's hot. In a pinch.
All right. I would say it's not bad, but I wouldn't choose to eat it.
Yeah. I think that's probably going to... Well, we'll see. But that's going to be like the general consensus. Like, if you don't have a better option, or when you're backpacking and everything tastes 10 times better, I probably would think this was pretty good. As far as like a substitution for a proper meal?
Yeah, and again, if we were on a road trip and we're driving for hours and we're hungry, instead of stopping at fast food or some restaurant.
How would we get the hot water though? Oh, jet boil. What would you give it on a scale of 0 to 10?
Somewhere between a 2 and a 3.
I would give it max of 4. Okay, I'm going to get a clean spoon. We're making a mess here. Has it been long enough? Okay, so we'll try this one. This one's like a porridge, like a chunky porridge, I would say. This one had slightly bigger chunks. It's also porridgey. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's just seeds and all kinds of stuff.
Well, I mean, they're really trying to be healthy. I think there's flax in it and stuff.
Consistency is the same as that. It's just a different flavor.
Okay. I like the flavor of this one a little bit better.
I'm going to revise my previous statement.
Okay.
The flavor of that is not bad. This one's a little more flavorful.
Okay.
I think what makes me rank it between a 2 and a 3 is that it doesn't feel like food. It feels like
space food?
Yeah.
You know it's going to be really hard eating this for a week. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get used to it. Okay. You gave this one a 2 or 3. I gave it a 4. I think this is a little bit better.
Slightly.
Yeah, I give it a 5. And you can see there's like conflict between trying to hydrate the vegetables and like the base of it. I think the vegetables remain, and this is true for all dehydrated vegetables, they remain like this kind of chewy texture.
Yeah, it's we're also talking about is it vegan?
It's all vegan. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it would instantly shoot up to a 6 or 7 if we had like diced chicken in there or something like that.
Which, I mean, you could do that if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you had that available to you, there's no reason why you couldn't do that. You could doctor it up if you wanted to.
The flavor is good.
I think the flavor is good. Okay, so we have one more to do, which is the Mexican chili. I think that one might smell the best. The scent profiles are good.
It looks more like Mexican chili.
Yeah, less goulashy. More like a chili.
Mm-hmm. That's the best one.
That's the best one? Is it finished cooking?
Mostly.
That is the best one. What do you think?
Yeah, that's the best one. I think what I said before is it's probably still not something I would choose, except for those situations where it makes sense. I always prefer to have some kind of meat in there, but it has plenty of protein.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And to get that high a level of vegan protein, let's take a second. Let's go through the nutrient panel.
So what we did, 2 scoops would be 400 calories,
mm-hmm.
is what they're calling a meal. They're all roughly 13 grams of fat, no cholesterol.
It wouldn't be. It's vegan.
About 450 milligrams of sodium, D-ish grams of carbohydrates, and 24 grams of protein.
And they probably can control for the protein because it's all vegan-based protein, so it's some sort of we can look at pea flour or...
Looks like they're controlling calories and protein, and everything else is kind of falling where it may.
Okay, let's do like a little final taste test. This is the green curry. The sweet and sour.
Of course, everybody's tastes are going to be different.
Of course. And the Mexican chili. By far the best.
I think part of it, too, is what you're expecting. This is the green curry one. It's better than it was the first time.
Yeah, I think once it sat a little bit, it got a little bit better, too. I think the 5-minute time frame is not sufficient.
But with the chili, you're expecting...
like a chili consistency.
Yeah, and that's about what it is. Definitely a best.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that they all have this kind of like powdery...
It's probably the protein. Pea protein. That's probably where you're getting that from. Yeah, so that dried grain blend and that pea protein, I mean, it's a great way to get vegan protein, but it's also going to give it that sort of grainy texture. So I would say for backpacking would be great. I would say for traveling could be handy. To replace this in like your day-to-day life, I would 100% choose real food. But one of their things that they recommend is like to replace your most inconvenient meal of the day. So the next video that we're going to make is the Huel meal replacement like shake. If it's like a super inconvenient situation, I'm probably going to lean toward a shake. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But I also don't always want to eat something sweet either. So this is at least a salty, savory substitute for
Well, and
something like that.
depending on the situation, the shake is gonna be more convenient because you just need water.
Water. You don't have
This-
to heat anything. Yeah, the shelf life thing is obviously convenient. So if you had something like this in a cabinet at work, you don't have to like refrigerate it. You don't have to worry about it spoiling. But in a pinch, like you're like, I just can't, I forgot to bring my lunch, or I'm still super hungry today and I didn't bring enough food. Something like this would be nice to have on hand. From the marketing perspective of for your most inconvenient meal of the day, I think that's legit. I don't think I would reach for something like this for breakfast, but there's no reason you can't.
And they do have other flavors, they're just not gluten free.
They have other gluten-free ones too. So I think all in all, I feel positively about it. I don't really know. I wasn't expecting anything in particular. The flavors are better than I thought they would be, but this one's pretty good. You agree?
Agree.
You have any additional thoughts?
No, other than there is, I'm just seeing now, there is an alternate instructions for making this.
Oh, what are those?
With water in the microwave. It tells you how much water to put per scoop, and then cover and put in the microwave for a minute 30, stir, recover, microwave again for a minute, which seems like, based on our experience, of course, all microwaves are different, but that would be
That would
like
be
lava.
scorching
Yeah.
hot.
But you probably have to let it sit.
And that might be more convenient at work.
Yeah, and they're giving tips like experiment with the amount of water that you use, add toppings. So, like I was saying, I'd love to have some diced chicken or some ground meat in there, but I can also imagine, especially on the chili, maybe some chives and sour cream.
Sure. Dress it up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you're backpacking, probably, well, you could put like beef jerky in it, I suppose, or something.
I'm not backpacking.